Good afternoon. Thank you for the warm welcome. Thank you. My name is Reed, and I have the privilege of being on your student GSM team here. And today, I'm going to take you all the way back to the year 1988. And no, I was not born in 1988. I was not alive in 1988, just to let you know. But what was really important is that the Olympics were happening in 1988, which is our story for today. Great Britain found themselves in a little bit of a predicament. Predicament. That's right? Wow, I gotta reach for that one. Predicament. Okay, big words. Good job, Reed. So Great Britain found itself in a predicament. The predicament, I can't stop saying it, was this. They needed someone to actually be their ski jumper. They didn't have one. They were like, we don't have a ski jumper. Which, if you don't know about ski jumping, it's basically this giant ramp. You go down on skis, and then you go off the ramp into basically like just a giant hill that's going down, and they just like float like a flying squirrel. They're like, and they just kind of like go down the hill, defy death somehow, because I would be dead, no shot that this man is going off like a ski jump like that and surviving it. I'm not landing on my feet. It's not going to end well for me at all. And Great Britain is like, hey, we really need one. We need somebody. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And so that brings us to the hero of the hour. His name is Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle. He stepped in. He said, hey, Great Britain, you need a long jumper. You need a ski jumper. That's me. He steps up to that thing, and he does it, right? He was like, I will be Great Britain's ski jumper. The average score that year of the ski jump was 110.8. 110.8. Does anyone want to know what Eddie the Eagle, can you put a picture back up there of Eddie? Just leave him up there. Does anybody want to know what our boy Eddie, what his average score was that year? Any guesses? Remember, he's our hero. What do you got to guess? Yeah. 9.41. I can confirm that no one has ever scored a 9.41 in that. What? Any other guesses? What was it? Okay, but remember, he's our hero. He stepped in for Great Britain. 98. Generous. Here's what I confirm about our boy Eddie the Eagle. Out of 55 ski jumpers, he finished 55. He came in dead last, and the average score was 110.8. His average score was 57.5. Now, here's the thing about Eddie. He jumped in. He was like, I'll save the day. I will be the jumper for Great Britain. I will bring this country glory. And he wasn't ready. He just wasn't ready for it all. He wasn't an experienced ski jumper. Actually, they had said he'd really only done it a couple times in his whole life. Legitimately, he's only done it a couple times. And he's just going off the ramp and be like, let's do this for Britain, right? That's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. So he wasn't experienced. He used borrowed equipment. So he had to borrow equipment to even do that. Even the ski boots were 4 sizes too big. So they said he had to wear 6 pairs of socks to even fit into the boots. Which when that's your life, when you're hey, you know what? The way I'm going to survive this is with these skis and these boots, right? And you're wearing the wrong size. It feels a little dangerous to me. And also, they said whenever he'd put his goggles on, his thick glasses would fog up so bad he couldn't even see. It's crazy, right? This is real. This is real. This is something that really happened in the Olympics. And actually, Eddie's story is so legendary that the Olympic Committee had to come together and make rules against people just being able to jump into the Olympics. Because he was so unprepared, so unready. He just wasn't, he couldn't do anything right. It's crazy, right? That the Olympics had to step in and be like, dude, there is no way we can ever allow someone like Eddie the Eagle to ever compete in the Olympics ever again. And he didn't make it to the Olympics because he was the best. He made it to the Olympics because he said yes. All there was his yes. And sometimes the most amazing opportunities in life aren't about being the most qualified. They're actually about being brave enough to show up. And so today in our new Storyteller, or in our last week of our Storyteller series, we're going to be talking about the parable of the wedding feast. Jesus is actually speaking at this time to the religious leaders. They are like the spiritual superstars at the time. So when they walk around, people are like, oh, LeBron James. You know, like they are amazed. Like they can't believe that guy walked in front of their face. They think it's amazing. Like okay, I'm not joking. Think about, and you don't have to say this out loud. You don't have to say it out loud. But think about the person in your life. They're not in your life because that would be creepy and weird. But think about the person in your mind right now that if they walked by you, you legitimately would have to like sit down or something. You know, like because they're so famous. You love them so much that if you even like came close to touching them, you probably would like crumple a little bit. You'd be like, ugh. You just like fall. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't know what to do with that. You'd like freak out. Think about who that is for you. Just think about it for a second. And if they walk past and you're like, superstar, that's a superstar. There he is. You have to close your eyes because it's so amazing or whatever. For me, that's Phil Collins. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys like Phil Collins or not, but he made the Tarzan soundtrack. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah, if he was on a set of drums in front of me, you're going to catch me passed out over there in the corner. That's what's going to happen. I will drop dead somewhere. It'll be amazing. Yeah, it'll be amazing. And I will happily do it for Phil Collins. Whatever. Anyway, so Jesus is he's going toe-to-toe. So all these people are these spiritual superstars, these people that we would be like in awe of. We think that they're incredible. And Jesus is actually going toe-to-toe with them. And you're like, whoa, hey, buddy, I don't know if you can do that. I don't know. I don't know if you know who you're talking to. You're relatively like new guy on the scene, like, and you're just going to go right after these guys? You think that you're better than, you know more than? And so Jesus tells a story that challenges their assumptions and forces them to rethink the position that they're currently in. So we're going to jump in Matthew 22, and we're going to read, and then I'll come back and I'll tell you, hey, this is why this is important. So Matthew 22, verse 2. The kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a king who prepared a great wedding feast for his son. When the banquet was ready, he sent his servants to notify those who were invited, but they all refused to come. Tough. So he went over to the servants to tell them, the feast has been prepared, the bulls and fattened cattle have been killed, and everything is ready. Come to the banquet. But the guests he had invited ignored them and went on their own way, one to his farm, another to his business. Others seized his messengers and insulted them and killed them. The king was furious, and he sent out his army to destroy the murderers and burn their town. Yeah, I mean, let them have it. You know, if they don't come to your party, burn their town down. And he said, I don't know if anyone's ever felt like that before. Like you invited somebody to something, then they didn't show up, and you were like, yeah, let's burn their house down. It's a little steep. Like it feels like a little too dramatic, maybe. Like we should talk. If that is a regular thought, we should talk after this. And he said to his servants, the wedding feast is ready, and the guests I invited aren't worthy of the honor. Now go out to the street corners and invite everyone you see. So the servants brought in everyone that they could find, good and bad alike, and the banquet hall was filled with guests. But when the king came in to meet the guests, he noticed a man who wasn't wearing the proper clothes for a wedding. Friend, he asked, how is it that you are here without wedding clothes? But the man had no reply. Then the king said to his aides, bind his hands and feet and throw him into the outer darkness where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth, for many are called, but few are chosen. So let's go back. Here's Here's a couple key points in this whole passage, because you're like, wait, what does this mean? Well, it's a parable. So a parable is a story that Jesus gives us in order to get to the point, right? Get to the point of whatever he's trying to teach. But he does it in story form so that people go, oh, like I don't know if anybody's ever shared a story with you and you're like, hey, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. They share a story. They're like, here's an illustration. Here's how this could work. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. It's crazy. Jesus does this for them all the time. Figure it out yourself. You figure it out. I'm going to lay the story in front of you. Figure it out. So, pretty popular thing at the time is you got 2 invites to a party. So if you got, the first invite was like, hey, save the date. Make sure that you're here, all right? This would be really cool. But you don't have to wait. So you wouldn't have to wait for anything to happen or wait till the right time. They would actually send you a second invite when all the food was ready. So you wouldn't have to like go there, do like awkward small talk or anything, or like make sure everyone feels comfortable. You don't have to do that. They would actually give you your second invite when all the food was already ready and prepared. What is Jesus talking about at this moment? Like, what is the point of the wedding feast and the banquet and the whatever? Well, Jesus is like, hey, this is what is currently happening. This is what's currently happening. So Jesus is talking about him and God and the Holy Spirit. They came together and they were like, hey, we're going to give you an invite. We're going to give you an invite to the kingdom. And these superstars, the spiritual superstars, were totally missing the point. The Jewish leaders at the time were just missing the point of where they were being invited. Like, hey, we're inviting you to a relationship with us. We're inviting everyone around in relationship with us. We gave you the invite. And really, they were saying, what happened after that? They gave him the invite, and then they were all doing other things. They either rejected the invite. He went as far to say that they were killing some of the messengers, which is actually it's like foreshadowing of John the Baptist or Jesus himself. Hey, I am a messenger from God, and I came here to invite you to the banquet, and you're going to kill me. You're going to end my life. As a messenger, I'm trying to give you something good, and you're deciding to go away from me. You're deciding to go in a different direction. You're deciding that it's not even worth your time. You'd rather be somewhere else. So they're inviting him to this banquet, right? This relationship with Jesus. And the Jewish superstars, the leaders at the time, the church leaders are all going in a different direction. And he even reminds them. He sends them the reminder invite. Hey, the food is ready. Jesus is here for you. There's a different relationship with God waiting for you. What are you going to do about it? And then it says that they do what? They ignored him. The people that they sent for another invite ignored him. Which, what do we do sometimes? God is like, hey, I'm putting something on your heart. Hey, I want to remind you. Hey, I want you to change some things in your life for the better. And God's sending us reminders, right? He continues to send us reminders. Hey, I want to be with you. I think that there's something different for you. I want to be a part of you. I want me and you to be in relationship together. He continues to send us reminders, and sometimes we just ignore them. We just ignore them. Sometimes for me, I've had different moments in my life all the time, especially when I feel really uncomfortable. Like if I feel like I've made it into a certain time frame, or like when I played baseball or football, like it was whatever baseball or football guys did. So when I felt like I was finally in, like we finally had some relationship, what I could have done is been like, hey, I'm going to utilize my relationship to make sure that you know what Jesus is offering. But instead, I'd be like, well, I don't really want to hurt my relationship. I don't really want to like make them think that. Right now, they don't think I'm weird, so I don't want them to think that I'm weird. Really, they probably thought I was weird anyway, because I am just weird, like the rest of us. We're all just kind of weird, just in our own ways. And I didn't want to test anything. I didn't want to risk anything. I didn't want to say yes because it felt too risky. I felt like a non-Eddie the Eagle, you know? Like I was like, yeah, but my glasses fog up, so I can't see anything and my boots are too big. I was like, I don't think I want to do that. That sounds dangerous. It sounds risky. I don't want to be risky. Risky means I might lose something, right? Means I might lose something. So after this, Jesus continues, and he's like, well, I'm going to invite everybody. It's not just about the Jews anymore. He's invited everyone to the party. And in the invite, you might be like, well, the one guy showed up, but he kind of got kicked out, right? Well, he didn't take the invite seriously. When you get invited into something that is valuable, you better come ready to make it known that it's valuable, right? To make it known that it's valuable. So if you showed up at somebody's wedding back in the day and you're dressed, okay, let's be honest. If you show up at somebody's wedding now and you're dressed kind of weird, that's a choice. Like when you have to look at somebody and be like, that's a choice. Not a good one, but it's a choice. And you don't know what they're wearing to the wedding. It's kind of disrespectful, right? It's kind of disrespectful. Or if you're a girl, I'm so sorry. You can't wear white. If you wear white to a wedding, it's kind of a sign of disrespect. You know what I mean? You're trying to steal the bride's day. You can't do that. Stop doing that. It's not about you. Get out of here. It's crazy. This is crazy talk. Get that white off. Crazy. Nuts. It's disrespectful. So the guy shows up they talk about the guy who shows up to the banquet and he's not ready for it. He comes and he's disrespectful to the banquet. He comes not prepared. He comes not ready. And they do what? They throw him out in the darkness. To bind his hands, bind his feet, throw him out. He's not ready for the invite. He's not ready for what that is. So what's this mean for us? This means that God's invite is for all of us. Every single person in this room. And you might have decided something. You may have a decision about it. You may not have ever decided anything about it. You may not be like, well, is it really? I don't think that I really need. I don't really think I need to make a decision. But here's the thing. God invites every single one of us in this room into a relationship with him. He's given you the invite. And if you didn't know you had the invite, here's me right now telling you, you have the invite into a relationship with Jesus. You do. It's a choice. It's your option. He will never force that upon you. He will never be like, hey, you have to have a relationship with me. That's not our God. That's not who we serve. But he is going to say, hey, my hands are open. I'm ready for you. You've been invited to my party. You've been invited to my family, into my banquet, and I'm ready. I'm ready for whenever you want to come. Whenever you want to take it seriously. Whenever you want to dress appropriately, whatever that would mean. Whatever. Whenever you feel like you want to be in relationship with me, I'm ready. The table's ready. The food is ready. It's set for you. It's prepared for you. Thinks about you coming to his party. He thinks about it. And his invitation really does. It requires a response. So there's two options that you have. You can choose to ignore and decline. Because if you ignore and you go, I don't really think that I have any decision to make, you're declining. It's like if you were going to go to your friend's house and you were like, I don't really want to make a decision. Well, you made a decision. You made a decision that you're not going to make a decision. So if you don't come, then you don't come. You're not going to make it. You will not be there. Your presence will not be there. Or you choose to accept it. So all of you today have this option. What is your response going to be? Are you going to choose to say, okay, well, God is my God. I'm choosing to accept the invitation that he gives, to be in relationship with him? Or are you going to choose to ignore it or decline it? Or say it's not really worth my time, or I'm not ready for that, or I don't like it? I don't know. Any thoughts? That I don't care about his messengers? I don't care about the care that he has for me? Set that to the side, whatever. And the other thing is what we saw out of the guy who was not ready. He wasn't prepared. That means God's invitation for us is about more than us just showing up. That guy actually showed up to the party. God gave him the invitation, or the king gave him the invitation and said, hey, what are you going to do with it? And he took the invitation and he still went to the party. But he got thrown out of the party. because he didn't want to take it seriously. He didn't really care to show up in a way that was helpful. He didn't want to take it seriously. So it's not just about us showing up, it's about us showing up and being prepared. So saying yes to God means more than just showing up. It also means embracing the life that he calls us to. Being able to transform it, being able to step into more. He's got more for us. He's got next steps for us. What does that mean? He's got different things for us. So when we talk about the close, this is one thing I'll say real quick. When we talk about the close of like, hey, what does Jesus want us to wear? He actually describes it in Colossians 3:12. He says, since God chose you to be the holy people, he loves you, you must clothe yourselves, put on the clothes of with tenderhearted mercy, kindness, humility, gentleness, patience. Are you wearing those things today? Like when you wear it, it's like a part of you. You know what I mean? Like you put on your favorite shoes, or you put on like your favorite pants, or you put on your favorite shirt or whatever. You're like, dang, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like you put that on and you're like, this feels right. This feels right. So are you putting on those clothes? Like, do you put on kindness? And you're like, yeah, this is me. This is a part of me. This is who God is asking me to come prepared, to be kind, or to lead with tender-hearted mercy. Like loving other people deeply, being there for them. Humility, to lower yourself below others. Can you put others ahead of yourself? Like, can you just ask yourself that? Can you sit at a table and ask them more questions about them than talking about yourself the whole time? And what you need, and what you think is great, and what you like, what you don't like. Maybe you spend more time worried about what they like or don't like, or what God's doing in them, all that kind of stuff. So, what are you wearing? What are the clothes that you're wearing? As we end, band's going to come back out and they're going to sing another song. But here's what I just want to challenge you guys with. As we go into summer, there is so many opportunities for you to say, hey, I just want to share my story. I want to share what God is doing in my life. I want to share how he has changed my life. I want to talk about the invitation that he's given me. I want to talk about how he's changed my life by me showing up at the banquet prepared. Wouldn't we all like to be around people who are a little bit more kind and humble and gentle and patient? We all would, right? Like we like those kinds of people. That's why Jesus is like, hey, this is worth striving for. It's hard, but it's worth striving for. So, share about what God is doing in your life and how you are changing. How the more you become like him, the more your life changes. What he's doing in you. Never forget what he's doing. Keep being obedient and keep being a witness to what he's doing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So share your story with somebody. Share your story with somebody. And then do something wild. See, Eddie the Eagle was crazy. To me, that guy's nuts. That you would go on, like, not national TV, international TV, to the whole world, and you would be the worst at something. The worst. That's all of our greatest fears, isn't it? That you're going to step out and be the absolute worst of something. And he was not like the worst. He wasn't the worst like that. He was like the worst of, he was the worst of the worst. Like, you can't actually try to be that bad. That's how bad he actually was. So what are the things in your life that, man, you just need to take a risk, and it doesn't matter if it's great, it doesn't matter if it's bad, the end result is up to God, that doesn't even matter. But what do you need to, you need to shoot a text to somebody right now and be like, hey, are you coming to camp? You need to shoot a text to somebody right now and be like, hey, Granger Games is coming in August. Like, are you ready? Please be on my team. I don't know. Or if you're like, hey, do you want to go out for some ice cream a couple times this summer? Just hang out, catch up, see what's going on, because I care about you. Like, do something crazy. Do something crazy. It might just be worth your time. It might. Eddie the Eagle was like, you could be like, dude, what an embarrassment. Isn't that embarrassing to fail like that? People loved him. People loved him. They rooted for him. He had shirts that were selling more than the guy who won. Like the first place guy, no one remembers his name, but everybody remembers Eddie the Eagle. because they were just rooting for him. They were like, man, he stepped in when his country needed him. And he stepped in when he could be that bad, but he said yes. But he said yes. So do something crazy. Try something crazy this summer. Invite somebody to one of our things. Introduce them to us. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Be like, Reed, this is my friend. You've never even met him before. And ask him as many questions as you can. I will ask them personal questions. I will. I will do it. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. So, all right, band's going to come back out. Let's pray, and we'll end this thing. Father God, I just thank you so much for who you are, and you continue to just do amazing things. And God, you continue to ask us as people to do amazing things. And God, we know that when we trust in you, our confidence is in you. It's not about the end result. It's not about winning or losing. It's just not about that. Our life with you is not about that. It's just about being obedient to you, listening to you. And so, God, as we go into summer, just challenge everybody in this room. Challenge everybody. Where are the things that we need to be hearing and being obedient to? What are the things that we need to step into? And God, put something on our heart. Everybody in this room, put something on our heart that's just a little wild. Like just a little wild. Not maybe crazy wild, but like a little wild. So God, we give all this to you. We love you. We praise you. It's in your name we pray. Amen.